Hey, how's it going, guys? It's the Legend of Kingsley here, coming at you guys with a video really quickly. It's gonna be talking about Steve's Rage Drive, his new Rage Drive that he got in Season 2. This beautiful thing that I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have already heard about. But I'm not just going to be talking about like the regular ways of using it in terms of like whip punishing or just regular old punishing, which is why a lot of people see it as being like super strong. I'm going to be talking about like a lot of the other ways you guys can actually use this Rage Drive and why I am super sure, I'm about 95 to 100% sure that this is one of the top 3 Rage Drives in the game. If not, probably like the best Rage Drive in the game. So you guys already know, this Rage Drive is 14 frames. It's Sonic Fang. Sonic Fang's been like good, one of the best whip punishers for 100 years already. You can hit people from all the way back over here. It's one of his like best punishers for Sonic Fang, Devil Man, and like a lot of other things with a lot of pushback. Also, yeah, just in terms of like whip punishing in general, it's like fantastic. So getting like a Rage Drive that's gonna do damn near 80 damage. I think it's like 79 damage or something like crazy like that, right? Dude, 79 Daniel. 79 Daniel, that's a lot. That's a whole lot of damage. So he gets that much damage for his Rage Drive, which is freaking sick. That already like makes it like leaps and bounds over his like other Rage Drive that he had, which came out really slow, and it really could only be used like well at the wall. So, I'm going to be talking about some of the other ways that you guys can use this Rage Drive. One of the biggest ways I think that you can use Steve's Rage Drive, his new Rage Drive, is actually during his extended duck mix-up. Now you guys already know, if someone's blocking and they guard extended duck 2, yeah, it's unblockable. The second hit's unblockable if you block extended duck 2. And if you get hit by extended duck 1, you eat this it's a little bit of guaranteed damage. You can also do like a very extremely hard to do like combo, which I think does like around like 57 damage for landing an extended duck 1, but I can't do it consistently. The Steve to your right can't do it consistently. Neither can your best friend, who's been a Steve player for 100 years. But now we've actually got something for Steve that is a lot easier to do and does way more damage. Off of the extended duck 1, Steve actually gets about 81 damage. Let's see. There we go. 81 damage. He gets 81 damage off of extended duck 1. He also gets the Rage Drive off of regular duck 1. So when you're going in for like mix-ups like duck into the cancel into, you know, your duck wave dashing and you like ducking, but you're doing the mix-up between that and the delayed version of that or the low and full crouch down for a 1. If you land the duck 1, you can also get. And that combo's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. You have to do like a longer duck. You have to do a longer duck after the Rage Drive. You have to hold it for a while. It's just before it turns into the blue spark 4-2. So that's when you actually want to hit the 4-2 for that one. There you go. But 62 damage. 62 damage, whereas before, I think without Rage you get like around like 32 damage. Obviously, we have Rage right now, so it's 36. But going to 62 damage. Once again, if you guys are like if you have Rage, chances are it's close to the end of the round. If like you're having like a pretty good back and forth, so your opponent's in the same situation. If he's got Rage and you hit that combo on them, they're dead. Since Rage activates before 62 damage. So yeah, that's like a pretty damn good mix-up. Another reason why his Rage Drive is super good is he actually gets the Rage Drive off of both Power Crushes. Both Power Crushes for lots of damage. His best Power Crush being Flicker Back 2. He gets 87 damage off of Flicker Back 2. That's well over half your health in this game. Almost. There we go, nice. These combos aren't really that difficult. Like I found out about like these Rage Drive situations like maybe a couple of minutes ago. So you guys will definitely probably find like better combos like somewhere down the line. But moving on, what else do we get? His regular Power Crush, not his regular Power Crush, his mid Power Crush. Now his mid Power Crush, you guys know you guys only hit this big boy when you're like somewhere like around the wall. Your opponent's back against the wall likely, or you just have like a really good read on them like doing like a slash kick on you or something like that. So usually with this, You can get either that 442 being like the higher damage, 49 damage, that's with rage, so don't be mistaken. I think it's like around 45 damage, I'm gonna say. Somewhere like 45 damage, 46 or 7 or something like that. But that's still like a lot of damage that you get off of this mid power crush. You can also do like the albatross too. You guys already knew that. But now, with the rage strike, the new... Oh, this one's a little bit harder. Gives you like a very slight micro dash for it. There we go. 98 damage, and once again, I don't know if these are like the most optimal combos to do, but that's 98 damage in open ground, no walls. With walls, you're likely going to be adding on probably like an extra 20 damage pretty easily with a 3-1-1 into Sonic Fang. If you're able to hit that whole thing, then that's a lot of the bar, man. That's nasty. So far, if you're keeping count, we've got both Duck 1, Extended Duck 1. We've got both Power Crushes. The high being the better Power Crush. The high being definitely the better Power Crush. And also you've got the this guy over here for for hundreds of damage. It's all nasty. But also something new for Steve in this version of the game, Season 2. Tekken 7 Arcade Edition, you also get, let's put him on both stand right here, off of this guy, this new guy right over here. Usually you do like a forward 4-2 in that situation for the extended damage. You can get like around 40 points of damage regularly. Now, it's around like 39 damage regularly, but now, it's so much. This one's a little bit harder, like the timing's a little bit tricky, but once again, I found out about this a couple of minutes ago. Bear with me. Daniel. 80 points of damage, which is very good. This move is very good for like people who are trying to like step to Steve's right. If they're like stepping to their left a lot, then that'll catch them very, very easily, and then you're in the good times. That's over half your health, 80 points of damage. So that's huge. But yeah, those are just a couple situations that I found out about tonight. Once again, we've got Duck 1, Extended Duck 1, Power Crush High, the Flicker Back 2, probably your go-to Power Crush, the big boy, and then we've also got the down forward 1-2-1-2-2 or forward 2-1-2. I mean, the reason, once again, like the reason this is so strong is because you have those raise drives where a character could really like come online towards like the end of the round once they actually get rage, like Xiao Yu's back turn mix-up between her rage drive, which starts out as a low, or her mid launcher being mistrust, which is launch punishable, but once again you're eating a mix-up which could potentially kill you. And at the end of the round for Steve now, with his Extended Duck 1 or his Extended Duck 2 on block, which makes it an unblockable once again, you're looking at a very scary way to finish off your opponent and really like to rack up rounds, to finish off rounds. Along with his power crutches, you got like a life lead already, you can like go ahead and take somebody out. Half health, 87 damage is no... This is one of the... I'm more surprised by this actually. This is an easy combo. So it's like those scenarios where this character, you really have to watch out for the end of the round. It's that raise drive that you always, have to see coming. That you just don't want it to take you by surprise. Or like Gigas's. Like Gigas's raise drive for some characters where they don't have like a surefire way of getting out of the mix-up. These type of like mix-up heavy rage drives, or at least like these rage drives which really favor these sort of mix-ups that can lead into a lot of damage I feel like, are very, very good for tournament. They're very good for tournament. I mean, this is Extended Duck 1. You have to remember, this is like totally safe. It's like that's a totally safe like launcher now. At the end of the round. And if your opponent ends up ducking, they're going to be eating over a half their life's worth of damage. You're probably going to get like a lot of people who are now standing. So it just changes like the meta. It totally changes the meta of this character, especially with his ducking mix-ups, how terrifying his power crush is now, and also, however, we're gonna figure out how to actually start using these moves. They're pretty good. They're pretty good. I've hit a couple people with them on Ride. All right, but anyway, yeah. Peace out, you guys. Hope this helped. Yeah, I think this character's rage drive is definitely top 3. I'm saying top 3 just because I haven't like gone into like too many other people's like raid drive or how like season 2 has impacted things. I think it's probably like the best raid drive in the game. I'm just saying. And yeah, I think Steve is really, really good. Top 5. Top 5 easy. Top 5 in my opinion.